Have you ever noticed how some arguments don't feel like conversations? They feel like traps. You explain yourself clearly, and they twist it. You give evidence, and they ignore it. You stay calm, and they get louder. And somehow, after all that, you're the one who feels drained. Today I want to share a short story, one you may have heard before, but I want to focus on the part most people miss. Because this isn't just a funny story about animals. It's a lesson about ego and peace and knowing when to walk away. One day, a donkey and a tiger got into an argument over the color of the grass. "The grass is blue," said the donkey. "That's ridiculous," replied the tiger. "The grass is clearly green." The argument got louder, more intense. So they decided to find the lion, the king of the jungle, to settle the debate. When they arrived, the donkey shouted, "Your Highness, isn't it true the grass is blue?" The lion calmly answered, "Yes, the grass is blue." The donkey turned to the tiger, proud and satisfied. Then he said, "The tiger disagrees with me. Punish him." The lion nodded. "I will. The tiger will be punished with a year of silence." The donkey walked away, celebrating. But the tiger stayed behind, confused, angry. He said to the lion, "Your Highness, why have you punished me? You know the grass is green." The lion replied, "Yes, of course it's green." "Then why am I being punished?" the tiger asked. And the lion said something like this, "Because you were wise enough to know the truth, but you still wasted your time arguing with someone who didn't want truth." That's the donkey principle. Some arguments aren't about reality. They're about winning. They're about attention. They're about ego. And when you argue with a person who only wants to win, you lose something more valuable than the debate. You lose your peace. You see this everywhere, in comment sections, in WhatsApp groups, at work meetings, even in families. Some people don't argue to understand. They argue to dominate. They don't want a conversation. They want a fight they can feel powerful in. And if you're a thoughtful person, if you care about truth, your instinct is to explain, to clarify, to prove, to correct. But here's the hard truth. Not every mind is open. Not every argument deserves your time. Sometimes silence is wisdom. Not silence as weakness, silence as protection. So let me give you a simple, practical 5-step guide to avoiding foolish arguments and preserving your peace. Step 1. Spot bad faith early. There are two kinds of disagreement. Sincere disagreement. Someone is confused, curious, open. Bad faith argument. Someone is here to win, embarrass, or provoke. Here are signs it's bad faith. They keep changing the topic. They ignore what you answered. They mock instead of listening. They repeat the same point even after clarity. When you see that pattern, don't keep investing. Because you're not talking to someone's mind. You're feeding someone's ego. Your line for yourself is simple. If they're sincere, I can explain. If they're performing, I exit. Step 2. Don't fight over words. Find the real need. Many arguments aren't about truth. They're about insecurity. Someone might be saying, "You're wrong," but what they really mean is, "I feel disrespected. I feel ignored. I feel powerless. I need to be right to feel safe." So before you go deep into debate, pause and ask one clarifying question. What's the main point you want me to understand? Or, what outcome do you want from this conversation? If they answer clearly and respectfully, good. If they get angrier, sarcastic, or avoid the question, that's your sign. This isn't a conversation. It's a battle, and you don't need to join. Step 3. Use a calm exit line. Silence is a skill. A lot of people stay in foolish arguments because they don't know how to leave politely. So prepare one calm sentence that you can reuse. Here are a few. "I don't think this is productive right now. Let's pause. I'm not continuing this in this tone. I've shared my view. I'm going to step away. We can revisit when we're both calmer. Then stop. No extra explanation, no second paragraph, no final mic drop. Because the goal isn't to win. The goal is to protect your peace. Silence isn't running away. Silence is refusing to feed the fire. Step 4. Tame your inner donkey. This is the step that changes everything. Because Rumi, and wise teachers like him, always bring the mirror back to us. Sometimes the donkey isn't the other person. It's inside us. It's that part that wants to be praised, that part that wants to prove we're right, that part that wants the last word. So before you respond, ask yourself one honest question. Why do I want to reply? Is it to clarify something meaningful? Or is it to win? Is it to help? Or is it to show I'm smarter? If your motive is ego, pause. Because even if you win the argument, you lose something more important. Your dignity, your calm, your inner light. In that moment, the strongest thing you can do is not reply. Step 5. Use conflict to polish your heart. Here's the final lesson. If you feel pulled into conflict all the time, it may not only be about other people. It may be a sign that something in you is still reactive, still sensitive, still easily hooked. So instead of asking, why are there so many donkeys in the world? Ask, why does this trigger me so quickly? What inside me is asking for healing? Sometimes the irritations of life are like sandpaper, not to destroy you, to polish you, to make you more patient, more grounded, more free. The grass may be green, or it may be blue to someone who refuses to see. That's not your burden. Your burden is to keep your own heart clear. So don't waste your roar. Don't lower your spirit. Be the lion. Walk away from the argument and walk back to your peace. Because the answer to a foolish argument is not more noise. It's clarity, it's boundaries, and often, it's silence. If this spoke to you, subscribe for more stories and practical wisdom. And comment one word, silence, if you've been arguing too much lately. Or peace, if you're choosing to walk away.